You are listening to APEX1RADIO. Stay with us for the best bet in the new wave of communication. APEX1RADIO. Get informed, enjoy, and learn.
We go to the seaside resort of that great Central African country where we meet Mofor Clementine, one of the speakers of Saturday's workshop. Clementine, welcome to the show.
Hey. How are you doing?
I'm all right, Clementine. How are you?
I'm great. Having a little chilly back here in Cameroon under the nape of the mountain. It's okay. It's fine.
I can imagine. That is great. Thanks for joining us on APEX1RADIO. And like I said earlier on, you are one of the speakers at the workshop on personal development that takes place this Saturday in Victoria, Cameroon. So are you confirming that?
Yes, I'm confirming it. I'm not just a speaker. I'm going to be the moderator and the MC for the program.
Okay, that's interesting. And so let us talk about this workshop, which is organized under the banner of the African Leadership Forum. First, tell me, by personal development, what do you mean?
Personality development. Personal development, all that is the same. The truth is, we all are humans. We all are impacted with so much. But then, how can we empower what we already have? I will always say, everybody is like a skeleton. But we've got to flesh the skeleton so it can be eatable.
Right.
That's exactly what we're talking about. Personally develop yourself. It's not all about school. It's not all about what they say. What do you tell yourself? How can you equip yourself to fit into any arena you want to see yourself tomorrow? That's personality development.
That's interesting. And so, could you just remind us who is organizing this workshop and why it is coming up at this time of the year?
The brain behind this is Irene Houston. She is an inspirational speaker. She's a counselor. She is a motivational speaker again. And then she is a money-making machine. She talks about money and she creates money herself. And why is it coming up at this time? This is summer back here in Cameroon. Summer break, people are on holidays. People are thinking to go further. The University of Boya, for example, is done with exams. You're done with exams. Very few will be graduating. So what? Would you wait for jobs to come up? Would you wait for conclude? Okay, you create jobs yourself.
Right.
Can you empower yourself so much that people will look for you? That's why it's coming up at this time of the year in Cameroon.
Okay, and who are you targeting? Who is this workshop meant for?
We are targeting everybody, regardless of your age, regardless of your race, regardless of your sex, regardless of even your educational background. We are targeting everybody. Anybody who can make himself available in Limbe, believe you me, you're going to be excited you were there, and certainly you'll be empowered. Like I said, all of us are skeletons, we need to be fleshed. Everybody who desires to be fleshed more and more should be there. It's for everybody.
All of us are skeletons. We need to be flesh. And if you desire to be so, then this workshop is for you. We're talking about the African Leadership Forum one-day workshop on personal development that takes place in Limbe, Cameroon, this Saturday, 10th of July, 2016. One of the speakers and moderator of that workshop, Mofor Clementine, is live on African Fiesta and throwing more light on this workshop. So, Clementine, back to you. Could you just throw more light on the theme, which we are told would be becoming a leader?
Yeah, the first thing is, what does it take to be a leader? But in our Cameroonian setup, and why not African setup, we think leaders are bosses. But a leader is somebody who is able to submit first, and then be able to lead people. For you to be able to lead people, you must have some particular characters. For example, a listening attitude, and you have to adopt a series of understanding other people and kind of put yourself into other people's shoes. That's one of the two of the characteristics of being a leader. Now, that's what we're talking about, because most people, they are brought up in the atmosphere of boss. You're always under a boss. You're trying to do things to help or to prove yourself to people, not doing things because you love doing it and doing it perfectly. I want to relate this to a situation I witnessed just yesterday. Somebody is working and he has a leader in front of him. He calls him, he says, "It's my boss." And I have to tell him, no, each time you consider him a boss, you will limit yourself to spread out your tentacles. That's the truth. So we want to fix the minds of people towards you're looking up to somebody not as a boss but as a leader.
Right.
When that person scores at you, it's correcting you, not actually punishing you. So that's a bit of it.
Leaders correct, they don't punish, and look up to them as leaders and not bosses. So tell us again, which are some other things you will be discussing at this workshop, and how do you think these things are going to help achieve the goals of the workshop?
The first thing, if I got the question quite clearly, the first thing is the caliber of people who bring it in there are people who have been first mentees, and then now they are mentoring others. In other words, they have been led, and now they are becoming leaders, and they are all very young people. They in all spheres of their specialties. They are in different spheres, not in one particular direction. We have Joko, for example, the guy of Joko. Yes, he is going to be there. He's going to be telling us how we can stand strong and get there. We're going to be having Malcolm Stella, who is actually an American. He's president-in-resident in Cameroon. He has this fine idea of how to successfully be a leader, not necessarily a boss. So they're going to give us their experiences, and personally myself, I have a whole lot of stories I'm going to tell those who be attending. From my own stories to those around and stuff. Seriously, we're going to be having ideas from different angles, from personal life and from stories around, and see how we can push forward to the best.
Right. Now, before we get to Saturday, I would just want us, for the benefit of listeners of APEX1 Radio, especially those of them who are Cameroonians, to look at the situation of leadership within the Cameroonian society at every level. What do you consider as the biggest challenge in this area?
The biggest challenge in leadership in Cameroon, specifically, I must say, it's from the roots. We have not, the African leaders and to-be leaders have not been properly mentored from the roots. They have always been at the level of, you just toe the line. You just follow rules and regulations. You're not allowed to prove what you have inside of you, to show it, to make it happen. You want to make it happen? Yes. They want to follow the rules and regulations laid by other people, which naturally may not even work with you, but you want to just see how you're going to do it.
Right.
Leadership, what we're talking about, we want to fix the minds of people, Cameroonians. Because what is killing us back here is, like I tell you, it's from the roots. The roots, originally, there's been a lot of mix-up when it comes to leadership. Everybody, and then another point, the second point I think is when you talk about leadership, when they give you a leadership position, you start thinking about yourself. When you're in the leadership position, you are about saving people. A leader is a servant. You save the people who are behind you. You don't let them save you, you save. So when we are able to adopt that particular notion or that principle of you being, as a leader, you are supposed to be a slave or a servant to the people who are behind you or following you, then you see a lot of things are going to change in our minds and even in our society.
So earlier on, you mentioned some of the speakers, including Malcolm Speller. I would like you to talk about the other ones, Noella Lyonga, Doris Kelly Takang, and Rudolph Tanga. So tell me, why did you choose these people, and just what do they have off their sleeves to be able to handle this task of speaking to participants at the workshop?
The long and short of the whole story is, personally, I've been working with this particular crew. I don't know, it just happened this year, 2016, and within 3 months, I've functioned with them in different leadership programs and other programs that are trying to fix the minds of Africans. I've actually worked with a lot of them. In fact, why not all of them? And I realized we all have the same mindset about tilting people from the aspect of being a leader and just wanting people to do things for you, do stuff for you. But instead, learn how to be a leader by working for others. We all have the same mindset. For example, Leonka, she has a small organization back here that is focused on women, trying to teach women to focus on education and educating themselves. And why just always think about marriage? Marriage is not a solution to everything. Create something for yourself. We talk about Stella. Stella abandoned America and came back to Cameroon. And he thinks his foundation should be from Cameroon, and he wants to see how he can help in one way or the other. And the other speakers are all the same. They all have two organizations to try and see how we can put our heads together and make a better Cameroon tomorrow.
Learn how to be a leader by working for others. Her name is Mofor Clementine. She's speaking live from Limbe, where a one-day workshop on leadership will take place on Saturday, July the 10th this year. And of course, this is Fiesta number 53 with Ernest Kanjon Maxwell Adjik producing the show from Varsovie, Switzerland. Clementine, Saturday is in 2-3 days. Tell us, what will the program look like?
The program is starting off with a lot of relaxation. First, smiling from everybody, every invitee and the presenters and everybody will be there smiling for the start. After the welcome, we will have speakers come up from time to time. The rundown of the program, I've not downloaded it fully yet, but I think in the next 2 hours I'll have everything laid down to me. But it's a very relaxed program. It's not tense. But there will be intervals where we can have for people like with each other and see how we can transform. That is to say, facial contact and see how it goes. Saturday is going to be very relaxed, but at the same time, fleshing the bone.
Right. So are you going to have any follow-up workshop after this one to find out just how impactful it has been? For sure, upon arrival, you're going to sign an attendance sheet. We're going to get all the information. That's already an indication for a follow-up. We are certainly going to follow up everybody who's coming in, especially those who really desire to become leaders, to see how we can help them to actually become leaders, not bosses. We are going to be following up week after week and then month after month. And just as a reminder, this is actually the forum in preparation for the bigger conference coming up in January 2017. Right.
So, at 2017, for the big event, that will be able to show off those who have been here and let them show how much this event this time around has transformed and changed them.
Right. So do you have any special appeal to the public and, of course, people around Limbe?
Oh, a special appeal. I was just going to tell everybody, those who are listening, Limbe, Boya, Douala, Yaoundé, why not even Bamenda? For sure, we think we know so much. You've gone to so much school, you've learned so much. But trust me, when you're able to speak with people with a different kind of mind and mindful that they've gone through the experiences, they're able to teach you out of experience. They're not going to tell you the things that I've read in books, but the stuff they've gone through. When I started business, it wasn't what I learned in school. It was quite a different thing when I got into this field. There are times that you need to really go low. There are times you need to go high. So when you come to this conference, you will not go back empty. You will go back with a whole lot. The stuff you were not taught in school. The things the teachers will not tell you point blank. Try to be there. Don't tell me you had any reason not to be there.
Come to this workshop and trust, Clementine, you won't go empty. Thank you so much, Clementine. Before you go away, could you just remind our listeners of the date, the venue, the time, and of course some possible contacts for those who may like to attend the workshop?
Wonderful. It's going to take place in Limbe at the... Let me just confirm the space because we had some little issues with the space. Let me just confirm that very, 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 very quickly.
Right.
And the time comes up at the Limbe. Okay. I think before your program runs over, let me send it to you on WhatsApp so probably you can read it to the general public. Is that okay with you?
That's okay. We'll definitely come back to you on African Fiesta. Thank you so much, Clementine, for joining us, and we'll see you in just a couple of minutes.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and bye for now.
Thank you again for tuning in with APEX1RADIO. Stay with us on www.APEX1RADIO.com. APEX1 Radio, your radio.